This dirty bucket you see here is going to eliminate every single mosquito in my house this summer. All of them. And it cost me exactly $15. While you're spending a fortune on sprays that smell like a laboratory, bracelets that don't work, or citronella candles that only keep the mosquitoes away if you blow the smoke in your face, the big pest control companies are praying you never watch this video. Why? Because they sell you a monthly subscription to spray your yard with a chemical that wipes out the bees, harms your pets, and 3 weeks later, forces the mosquitoes to come back even stronger. It's profitable for them. It's their business model. But what's inside this bucket isn't a chemical. It's a biological Trojan horse. I've created the perfect slop to make every female mosquito within 100 yards think she's found the ideal luxury hotel to lay her eggs. What she doesn't know, is that I've hacked her biology. Every larva that hatches in here is going to die in less than 24 hours, automatically, invisibly, and without touching my turtles, or my dogs, or the bees on my flowers. Today, I'm going to give you the exact 3-phase strategy to clean your property this very weekend. No contracts, no poisons, and backed by science. If you're sick of scratching every summer, stay with me, because we're going to destroy their reproductive cycle before they learn to fly. To win this war, first you have to understand the enemy. The big mistake 90% of people make is thinking that mosquitoes travel miles from a distant river or from the neighbor's property to bite them. Spoiler, they don't. The mosquito that's going to bite you tonight was born, raised, and fed less than 50 yards from where you are sitting right now. A female doesn't need a lake to found an empire. She just needs the water collected in the fold of a plastic tarp, the base of a flower pot, or an empty can forgotten behind the garage. In that ridiculous amount of water, a single female deposits up to 300 eggs at once. If that water stays stagnant for more than 4 or 5 days, congratulations, you've just inaugurated a breeding ground in your own home. The traditional strategy is to wait for them to come out of the water, get wings, and attack us, and then try to kill them with sprays. That's a losing battle. We are going to attack before they learn to fly. Phase 1, we are going to build a mosquito magnet. You need a bucket of about 4 or 5 gallons. Golden rule, it has to be a very dark color, like black, olive green, or brown. White or bright colors reflect too much light and scare away the female, who instinctively looks for deep, shaded pools under trees to protect her eggs. We fill it halfway with water. If it's rainwater, even better, but tap water works. Now we add the secret ingredient for smell. A handful of grass clippings or a few dry leaves from the ground. As the plant matter decomposes in the water, it releases organic compounds that smell exactly like a natural pond in the middle of the woods. To a mosquito's radar, this bucket is the most attractive, luxury resort in the entire region. But here's the trick. Instead of chemical poison, we add a spoonful of BTI granules. BTI is a natural bacterium found in the soil. It's not a synthetic laboratory product. When the eggs hatch in our bucket, the microscopic larvae begin to feed on the water and swallow this bacterium. BTI has a fascinating property, it only activates in extremely alkaline environments, which is an exclusive characteristic of the stomach of the mosquito larva. In less than 24 hours, the larva's digestive system disintegrates, and it dies. The best part? If your dog drinks from this bucket, if a bird bathes in it, or if a bee lands to drink, absolutely nothing happens. Their internal chemistry is acidic, so the bacterium is completely harmless to them. It's a weapon of surgical precision. Phase 2, Total Coverage and Property Audit. A single bucket defends one area, but if you have a medium-sized lot, you need to strategically place 2 or 3 in the corners of your property, always far from the areas where you live, like the porch, the outdoor dining table, or the pool. The goal is to attract the enemy away from your camp, not invite them in. If you have decorative ponds or water collection barrels where you don't want to put a whole bucket, there are versions of this biological compound in the form of floating tablets. You toss one in a month and forget about it. And now, let's talk about the big hiding place that almost everyone overlooks, the roof gutters. An accumulation of dry leaves or pine needles blocks the passage of water after a storm, creating ideal aerial pools for mosquitoes. Nobody looks up there, but they do. Scattering a handful of these biological granules in your gutters at the start of the season deactivates the largest hidden factory in your home. Add to this a mandatory routine, the inspection walk. It will take you 5 minutes a week. Take a tour around your yard and tip over any object that holds water. If you eliminate the visible stagnant water and sabotage the water you cannot eliminate with the biological trap, you will have won 80% of the war. Phase 3. What do we do about the adult mosquitoes that are already flying today and looking for food? They are not going to wait for our bucket to take effect, they want to attack now. For them, we are going to create a repellent barrier using botanical power, but applied strategically. Forget about spraying the air with insecticides. Adult mosquitoes don't spend the day flying under the sun, they would dehydrate. During the hottest hours, they hide in the shade. On the underside of the leaves of your bushes, inside the woodpile, under the wooden structure of your porch, or among the dense vegetation. We prepare a mixture in a garden sprayer with water and pure concentrated essential oil extracts like lemongrass, cedarwood, peppermint, and rosemary. These plants have developed these compounds over thousands of years precisely to defend themselves from insects. By spraying directly on the resting zones, like the foliage from below, the dark corners of the porch, and the underside of outdoor furniture, you create a thermal and olfactory shield that empties your property of adult mosquitoes in a single afternoon. However, a vital piece of ecological coexistence advice: never spray open flowers that are in direct sunlight. Although these oils don't kill pollinators like bees or butterflies, their strong smell disorients them and will make them avoid your garden, and what we want is to scare away the enemy, not our allies. If you're going to spend an evening with friends outside and want an extra bit of immediate protection, you can fall back on a classic old-school trick. In a ceramic bowl or an old can, place a self-lighting charcoal tablet and throw a handful of dry herbs from your kitchen on top, like rosemary, thyme, or lavender. Let them burn slowly. The resulting smoke not only smells amazing but creates an insect-free microclimate in a radius of a few feet without needing to light chemical coils that make you cough. The conclusion of all this is simple: effective pest control doesn't require expensive annual contracts or harsh chemical products that break the ecosystem of your home. It requires understanding nature and using its own rules to your advantage. With a very low initial investment in a bucket, some biological granules, and a hand sprayer, you have a system that you can maintain yourself year after year for very little money and with total safety for your family. By the way, I'd love to know what part of the world you're watching from. Leave it down in the comments, I read and reply to all of them. And if this trick helped you out, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And watch out, because it's no use cleaning up the garden if you let flies invade your kitchen in the middle of August. Right next to me, I'm leaving you the video where I explain the century-old method to wipe them out using only 3 ingredients from your pantry. Click right now to watch it. Don't let the insects win the game this summer. Implement the bucket trick this weekend, look after your family, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's get them.